Hi wine friends, and happy Wine Wednesday. If you are new, I'm Allie from A Glass After Work. Thanks for joining. So today I would like to share with you the 2017 Dracaena Wines Cabernet Franc. I actually had a chance to meet the winery owners back in 2016 when we were both at the Wine Bloggers Conference in Lodi, California. Lori Budd is one of the owners. She owns the winery with her husband, Mike. And when they were getting ready to open the winery, she started a wine blog. You can find it on the winery's website. I'll link to it down below. She also now actually does a podcast called Exploring the Wine Glass. I'll also link that down below. You can find it all on their website. Anyway, so I met Lori at the Wine Bloggers Conference. We were both at an excursion there, and it was only a few years after they had opened Dracaena Wines. She was working both with the bloggers as well as trying to learn about blogging and sharing their experiences herself. And she was incredibly friendly. I really enjoyed talking with her, and I have continued to follow the wine blog since then. It also means that I was particularly interested in tasting their wines. I mean, once you've met somebody, it also makes everything much more personal. So I thought that this would be a perfect time to share one of the wines, particularly because I know most people think about red wines as being kind of cold weather, hunkered down with a blanket and a book and a fireplace, or maybe even just fall and fire pits and that sort of thing. I actually still like to drink red wine in the summer, depending on what food I'm eating. And this is one of those wines that is perfect for some of that summer grilling and that barbecue and all of that. But that's basically why I thought it was good to share this now. With that, why don't we give it a pour? All right, as you can probably see, this is a super, super dark wine. Oh, and that nose is so big and juicy. Lots of blackberries and black cherries, lots of cloves and some cocoa dust on there. Also getting a little bit of vanilla and some black pepper. All right, why don't we give it a taste? Cheers. All right, so this is a bigger wine. If you like bigger wines, definitely think about checking this out. I am just feeling all of that gum pull. You know how they kind of have that feeling of your gums kind of retracting up on the top of your teeth? Those tannins, that's the tannins, and man, are they pulling my gums. It's really good though. It's really also making me salivate kind of in the back of my mouth. Getting some really, I would say, medium-high acidity. They balance each other out really well though. The fact that there's a medium full body, these medium-high tannins, the medium-high acid, they go really, really well together. I do think that it probably needs to air out a little bit. I'm getting a lot of kind of just alcohol on the nose, but that's my own fault for not letting it aerate ahead of time and not pulling out my soiree beforehand. That'll just kind of burn off once it's in the glass. It is so juicy. So it's like a blackberry pie. I'm getting blackberries and cloves and nutmeg and some of that vanilla mixed in. Still getting some of those peppery and just a hint of chocolate dust on there, not a lot. Also getting something a little bit floral, maybe a little bit of like violets in there. Here's the thing about this wine. It's not an everyday wine, right? It's $45. This is more of you're having a Saturday night in, we're in the middle of a pandemic. You want something nice. You're gonna be, maybe you're making some barbecue ribs, some beef ribs. Maybe you've made some barbecue pork. Want to fancy it all up a little with some really nice wine. This would be perfect for some smoky, beefy ribs. Oh yeah, this would definitely go really with that. Or maybe you're thinking about burgers. Cab Franc traditionally also goes really well with goat cheese. So maybe some smoked bacon, some goat cheese, some burgers. Juicy, wonderful meatiness with this really juicy wine. Oh, that sounds so good. If you're not a meat lover, I will also say this would be really, really nice with some grilled portobello mushroom. Like if you wanted to do a portobello mushroom burger instead, you definitely could make that work with this. This is just also going to be really nice. And if you're watching this later and it's the middle of winter, tomato and meatballs, tomato sauce and meatballs would be great. Stew, this would be great. Maybe it's already a little cooler where you are and you're out to fire pits. This would even be a really good s'mores kind of wine. I may have to try that. Anyway, I would love to know, are you a Cabernet Franc drinker? Do you enjoy them? Or do you tend to drink them as a blend? So that is everything I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If you aren't already a subscriber, you can do that by clicking on the subscribe button down below. But don't forget, also click on that bell because it will notify you when I upload a new video, which is going to be every Wine Wednesday. And if you are looking for a recommendation, you can find one right there. I hope you're staying safe and healthy. Happy Wine Wednesday. Cheers.